Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another English lesson. In this lesson, we're going to be doing connecting words number 5. So if you haven't already done connecting words numbers 1 to 4, I suggest you go back and do those, okay? So this is connecting words number 5. Let's get our work screen. Here it is. Okay. Now, as you already know, if you did connecting words numbers 1 to 4, connecting words are important in sentences as they are used to connect ideas and parts of speech, show contrast or agreement, give examples and add information or demonstrate a result or conclusion. Sometimes connecting words are used as adjectives or adverbs, sometimes prepositions in sentences. In the following sentences, you will see a variety of uses for these words. So now the 4 words that we're going to be working with in this lesson are as well as, subsequently, in order to, and nevertheless. Now, if you don't know what these words mean, you can put the video on pause for a few minutes and go and look up these words in your dictionary so that you will better understand these sentences that we're about to do. So put the video on pause right now and I'll wait right here and go. Okay, we're back from the pause. So now you know the meanings of these 4 words. So now we can get started. The first word we're going to be looking at is as well as, which means in addition to, and it's also used to make a simple comparison. You'll see that in these sentences. So here we go. The students, as well as the teachers, enjoyed the field trip. She speaks English and French as well as Spanish. We invited our friends to our pool party as well as our neighbors. You don't know him as well as you think. I can swim as well as you can. This store sells books and magazines as well as local and international newspapers. She was doing as well as could be expected after the surgery. The delivery company finally delivered all my packages as well as the ones from my previous order. It didn't go as well as we had hoped. You need your boss's signature on this as well as the president's. She sings, but not as well as her sister. Can you proofread this document for spelling, punctuation, and grammatical errors, as well as for accuracy? I forgot my briefcase in the taxi, as well as my new umbrella. The employees, as well as the managers, have the right to express their opinions and their concerns about the merger. Her brother, as well as her sister, goes to a private school. This cheaper detergent cleans the clothes as well as the more expensive detergent. There are a few packages of frozen vegetables in the freezer, as well as some frozen prepared dinners. Okay, so now we're going to look at the word subsequently, which means at a later time or afterward or afterwards. You can use either of those two. They're both acceptable, after word or after words. Okay, here we go. She worked there for 20 years and held all the positions in the company and subsequently became president. He worked hard on his project with not a lot of success, and he subsequently just gave up. The bear came into the village and attacked a man, and it was subsequently shot. All the problems they encountered were subsequently resolved by the engineers. His campaign was strong, and he subsequently became an elected official. They found out that she was sharing information with a competitor, and she was subsequently fired. He traveled the world and subsequently wrote a series of books about his experiences. When I subsequently asked him about it, he denied everything. They had a lot of negative comments about their customer service department, so they worked together and subsequently improved it. He was arrested, but subsequently released due to lack of evidence. The elderly were vaccinated and subsequently did not get the virus. They dated for several years and subsequently married and had 4 children. She inherited a small fortune and subsequently quit her job and relocated to another country. She knew she was wrong and subsequently apologized to her family. Okay, number 3, we're going to be looking at in order to, and that means for the purpose of, as a means to, or just to. He didn't earn a lot of money as a sanitation worker, so he had to work 2 jobs in order to support his family. He wore his best clothes, put on his best cologne, and borrowed his dad's car in order to impress her on their first date. We will hire a few extra workers in order to complete the project before the deadline. School was not easy for her, so she studied every night in order not to fail her final exam, or her final year. Sorry about that. Yeah, so here in this sentence, we're using it in the negative form, and this is where you put your not, in order not to fail her final year, okay? I got up at 6 a.m. this morning in order to go to the gym before work. They put a little bit of money away each week for many years in order to pay for their son's education. In order to move to the next level in this game, you must first find the key to unlock the treasure chest. We arrived at the airport early in order not to miss our flight. She risked her own safety in order to help the little puppy that had fallen into the lake. She smiled and quickly walked away in order to avoid an argument. Do what you have to do in order to survive. Wear proper clothes when hiking in the woods in order to protect your skin from the elements. Choose your words wisely in order not to offend anyone. I needed more evidence in order to convince them. He did everything necessary in order to achieve his goals. Okay, and the last one we're going to be looking at is the word nevertheless, which means in spite of, all the same, or even so. These roads are well maintained in the winter. Nevertheless, accidents still occur regularly. Their team had been practicing for weeks. Nevertheless, we beat them 6-2. He doesn't really like vegetables, but he ate them nevertheless. She wasn't fond of John, but she sat beside him and carried on a small conversation with him nevertheless. The plane landed safely, but the passengers were rattled and shaken nevertheless. He says he doesn't like surprises. Nevertheless, his reaction was priceless. Don't forget, if there are words in these sentences that you don't know the meaning of, look them up in your dictionary. Keep a little vocabulary list with all of these new words, okay? She felt that her recent article wasn't her best writing, but she submitted it nevertheless. We were all disappointed, but we accepted his decision nevertheless. The lab work was arduous and time-consuming. Nevertheless, the experiment was a success. It was a small error, but nevertheless, one that had grave consequences. What you told her was true, but nevertheless, very mean and unnecessary. We were exhausted, but nevertheless committed to our responsibilities. Therefore, we continued. When I arrived, to my surprise, they were playing video games. Nevertheless, much progress had been made on their homework assignments. Cutting her hair was a small change, but nevertheless, a significant change to her appearance. And that was connecting words number 5. So I hope that those 4 words really helped you to improve your vocabulary in English. So if that video helped you, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos that will be coming. Put a little like on the video, leave a comment down below, ask a question, or just say hello so that we know that you are there. If you guys need to improve your English quickly, you can get yourselves a copy of Basic English. This is the 3rd edition, published by McGraw-Hill and available everywhere, including Amazon. I strongly suggest that you start at the beginning, you complete every single page right through to the end of the book, okay? It will really help you to improve quickly. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. Also, if you need to improve your verb tenses, which I know so many of you have difficulty with, the verb tenses in English, but it's really easy. And you'll see that in this book, okay? Also available on Amazon. You start at the beginning, you work on every single page right through to the end of the book. If you buy it and put it on your shelf and you don't do the book, it's not going to help you. So you actually have to do the book right to the end. Answer key at the back to support you while you are learning. Also, there are many videos on my YouTube channel. You can flip through them, see which ones you need help with, and you can work on those. better yet, you should do all of the videos because there are so many things that you need to learn in each video. Okay. Also, I have a new Facebook page. It's called Learn English with Julie Lachance. So you can go and check that out. I'm putting up all kinds of good stuff on the Facebook page. So I can meet up with you guys over there. For now, I'm going to wish you a pleasant evening, and I will see you guys in the next lesson. So good night for now.